I sometimes feel like I'm like bipolar. I've got like two sides of me. There's like the Rebecca Louise that loves to party, loves to go out, is the last one in the bar, that will get the party going, will keep it going, will egg anyone on just to keep on going. And then there's the Rebecca Louise who's basically kind of like a vegan, hippie, wants to lie in the earth and sleep and be with Mother Nature. Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to another episode of It Takes Grit. Yes, before you do anything, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching there, or if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, please give us a 5-star review, let us know how you like it. And of course, we will keep on making new episodes. Penny is joining me today. Alfie is currently in surgery. He's having his little toe removed. Basically his pinky. If you've been following Rebecca Louise Fitness on Instagram, I've been sharing a little bit about what's been happening with Alfie. Basically had his nails cut. It turned into a growth. Well, it basically just discovered that there was a growth underneath. And now we think it could be possible sort of tumorous, cancerous. So we're just going in and chopping it off, just like that. So Penny is getting all of the attention and love today. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about self-love. And as I'm talking, if you hear my voice being a little bit raspy, it's just because I'm actually feeling a little bit sick this week. And I don't know why, because you know what? I do know why. Last month, I absolutely crushed it. I did, oh my goodness, I was drinking more than I normally do. I was eating more truffle fries than I normally do, more chocolate, and I was just completely off the wagon. And I really wanted to be super transparent and share with you guys how I have been able to kind of get back on the wagon sometimes, and how self-care and self-help is so important. So May was my birthday, so I had a mastermind weekend the weekend before with all of my friends. I drank there. I then went to my birthday thing that I had for a couple of days down in Dana Point, and then I had some other events and I was drinking there, and then I went to New York, and then I went to Texas, and it was just like one thing after another, where all of these opportunities seem like things where I should drink. Like, it was like, oh, that's okay, I can drink there, have a glass of Prosecco, no problem. And the 1st of June, I went to Las Vegas and I watched Lady Gaga in concert, which, by the way, she was amazing. I highly recommend going to watch her. She's incredible at connecting with her audience. And the 2nd, I was actually flying out at 6 a.m. in the morning to go to Costa Rica to work with Four Seasons. And I'd never been to Costa Rica before. And I probably had about 4 hours sleep. I'd been drinking all day by the pool and at the concert. I wasn't hungover, but my body, my body just felt exhausted. And sometimes you need like a wake-up call. It's not even like a wake-up call. It's just maybe like a change of environment to realize where you're at right now, and are you really happy? Like, are you really happy with what's going on, right, Penny? And that was the thing. So I got to Costa Rica and I'm in this amazing resort. I'm feeling more grounded. I'm decided that I'm not going to drink for the month of June. Well, I'm going to try. I go on vacation again tomorrow with all of my friends to Hawaii. So that's going to be a real test to me. And I wasn't going to eat meat for the month. So pescatarian. Call me pescatarian for the month. I've accidentally already eaten chicken twice. It's actually when Corey's given it to me. And it's when I'm consciously picking something off the menu, I'm looking at it. But, you know, Corey got me something and I just ate it and I forgot. So I'm not saying that I'm doing perfect, but I'm definitely working on it. And when I got to Costa Rica, I was in a different environment and I was by myself. I was by myself, and that's the time where for me it really clicked that you can have that self-reflection. That self-reflection of what you want. And I started to read my book more. I was working with a hotel, but I wasn't drinking, and I went to yoga classes and I was immersing myself in the culture, and I went and visited a local school, and I just felt so refreshed. And it's interesting because I sometimes feel like I'm like bipolar. I've got like two sides of me. There's like the Rebecca Louise that loves to party, loves to go out, is the last one in the bar, it will get the party going, will keep it going, will egg anyone on just to keep on going. And then there's the Rebecca Louise who's basically kind of like a vegan, hippie, wants to lie in the earth and sleep and be with Mother Nature. So I feel like sometimes my two personalities and two things that I love to do completely conflict, right? I mean, like, that can't be anything more opposite, but I have both of those. So you might have both of those too, or you might have two similar ideas where, you know, you go through a phase where you're like, oh, I don't want to work out. I'm not going to work out. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm just going to eat whatever I want, and that's fine. And then you go through a phase where you're like, I am on my plan, I'm dialed in, and I am, you know, I'm working out every day. And so sometimes those two people, it's hard to find the balance. So I don't think there's a thing such as balance as like work life and social life balance. Like if you're looking to build a business, there isn't that balance. I mean, if you want to be super successful, I've just found that there isn't a balance. But it's interesting to me to look at like, oh, is there a balance between these two people? So who do I really want to be? And this is what I want to talk to you guys today about, is that self-love and self-care and giving yourself that time to reflect and find out who you really want to be. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips that have worked with me. So number one, you need to give yourself time every single day where you're just alone. Now that might be difficult because some of you are mummies. Maybe you just need to lock yourself in the bathroom for a bit. You need to give the babies to the husband and say like, hey, I just need 10 minutes. I need 10 minutes to myself. Because it's only in the times where you are with yourself. So like when I checked into this hotel room, like I'm by myself. I don't have Corey there. I don't have my team there. I don't have my friends there. My family's not there. It's just me. And taking 10 minutes a day to check in with yourself about where you're at right now, who you are, and like how you're behaving. So that's the step number one. 10 minutes every single day to self-reflect. And this isn't 10 minutes to meditate, to work out, to give yourself self-love. This is literally 10 minutes to self-reflect. So that's the first thing. Number one, self-reflect. Number two, give yourself time to do something fun and unwind. Whether it's reading a book, whether it's having like a 10-minute foot massage, putting an ice mask on, making yourself like a healthy smoothie that's full of all your favorite nutritious flavors, and you just sit down with a candle in front of you and you just drink your drink and you're just with you. Or you're meditating, or you're stretching. So you're giving yourself 10 minutes a day where you're giving back to yourself. So that's number two. Number three of self-love and self-care is you have to fill yourself up before you can fill other people up. So when you're tired and you're lethargic and you haven't eaten and you know your mood is down, when you're going out to other people, you're going to make an effect on them. Because if you're not full, boom, what's going to happen? They're not going to be full. Penny! Penny! Come here. See, this is what I have to deal with behind the scenes, is that she's now in the bushes, okay? Penny, come here. Good girl. And so I can see myself when I'm getting frustrated. Good girl, come here. Thank you very much. When I'm getting frustrated, I know it's because I haven't taken time for myself. So if I haven't gone through my morning routine, if I haven't read my book that morning, if I haven't had a cup of tea, or if I haven't just like digested, you know, the day, what happens is I get frustrated. And so that's what's going to happen with you as well. Like, you are only going to be able to give a small percentage of your energy to other people. So you want to be 100%, right? You want to be 100% feeling amazing. However, if you're not filling yourself up, if you're not giving yourself 100%, you're only going to give other people a very small percentage. So it's actually super important to fill yourself up so that you can give back to other people. Really, really important, guys. Like, I had a client the other day that was like, oh, I didn't eat for like 9 hours because I wasn't able to because I was on a shift. Well, you need to have the time. You need to have 5 minutes where you sneak into the coffee room, you sneak into the office or whatever, and you eat the food. Like, you have to make a choice that you're going to look after your body. You have to make the choice that you are going to give yourself 10 minutes to unwind, because you are going to be useless for other people. Can you imagine if we are all running around, nobody's looking after themselves, we're just running around like crazy, And because we're all so highly strung, it's going to be a complete shit show. Like, honestly, it's going to be wild. No one's going to be able to serve at the highest being because no one is giving back to themselves. So it's really important when you say, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time for myself. You don't have time not to have time for yourself because you're not going to be the best version of you. And nobody wants to be around a half-assed version of yourself. So put your big girl pants on, decide that you are going to make time for you every day because not only do you need it for your well-being, other people need it too for their well-being. Number 4, self-worth and self-love. This is huge. A lot of times people feel like, am I worth giving myself 10 minutes a day? Am I worth it? Is it selfish? No, because of all those steps that we've just gone through. You are worth it. You are worth taking yourself off just for a moment so that you can get reconnected and realigned with yourself. It's so important to realize how incredible you are. You are on this earth, right? Let's get that one thing straight. You're on this earth, so you're on this earth for a reason. If you weren't here for a reason, you wouldn't be here. So the world needs you, and the world needs you to be at your best. So believe that you are good enough for you to spend time on yourself today. What is it that you are going to do today that's going to give energy and life back into you? Penny's deciding that giving life back into her is going through the bushes in the garden. So what are those things that you're going to implement in your life today and know that you're 100% worth it? You're worth the time to meditate. You're worth the time to meal prep or to get your workout in. Like, you have the time and it's got nothing to do with anybody else. It's 100% your choice. It's your choice to fill yourself up to 110% so that you can be the best version for other people. Okay? So make a decision today about what it is that you want to do for yourself every single day to level up, to make yourself 100% full, and to enjoy the day. Enjoy things that you love to do. So I want you guys to comment, or I want you guys to go to the It Takes Grit podcast, Instagram, and comment about what it is that you are going to do for yourself today. What are you going to give yourself? So, what are you going to do for your moment of fun? What are you going to do to believe that you're worthy of this? I want to know all of these things so that I can reiterate it to you and encourage you. Because if we're all running around just constantly looking after other people all the time, we are never going to be able to fill ourselves up. Okay, so Penny, come here. See, now she's like sneaking off. Come here. Good girl. You need to stay here with me. Honestly. See, this is the real behind the scenes. So today, guys, this is about self-love. And the only way that you can really give yourself self-love is to know that you're worth the self-love. And there's going to be times where you fall off the wagon and you come back on again. But over time, you're going to redefine who you are and who you want to be. Sometimes who you want to be isn't always who you are right now. And that's okay. We're all a work in progress. I mean, look what happened to me last month. I feel like I completely derailed. I still worked incredibly hard and there was no lack of work ethic. However, my choices of maybe nutrition and fueling my body and using every fun event that I went to be able to drink at, that maybe wasn't the best thing, and that's not really what really fuels my soul. So now, since I got back from Costa Rica, I've got essential oils going, I've got my incense, I've got candles. It's probably like all of that air diffuser and everything that's made my voice sore. But yeah, it's just unbelievable how sometimes you have to take yourself out of the environment so that you're by yourself. You have to be by yourself to reflect. So guys, do yourself a favor today. Do yourself a favor for every day. Do society a favor and look inwards about what you need to do, what you need to reflect on. And go back to those points. What is it that you're going to do? What time are you going to implement them in? And make a decision. You have a choice whether you do this or not. You also have a responsibility to do it. And you also have to take zero excuses to make it happen. Okay? So let's make a pact today to put on our big girl pants on, to know that we're worth it, that we're going to look in front of the mirror, however weird it seems, and we're going to say to ourselves, I'm worthy of just 10 minutes to read my book and have a cup of tea. I'm worthy just to switch off. Because when you do, you're going to find that happiness and who you really want to be inside, and it's going to make a difference to everybody around you. So, to recap, you're worth it. It's time that you gave yourself that time every single day. It's time that you gave yourself time. Put your good big girl pants on and let's go. Hey Penny, it's the girls in the office today because Alfie's off getting his foot cut off. So guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of It Takes Grit. I wanted to do a little check-in here, a little bit of just me and you time. We've had lots of amazing guests on the show. So what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a guest here and there, a couple of me. So of course, if you've got any questions or things that you would love me to answer on the podcast, please just drop it in the comments below or go over to It Takes Grit podcast and let us know right there. Guys, I love you. You're amazing. This community is just badass. And just remember that you are badass too. Have a great day, guys. Bye.